Listen to me right now. Do not spend these coins. I'm serious. Somewhere in your pocket, your drawer, your car cup holder, there could be a small, forgotten piece of change that looks absolutely ordinary, but it's carrying a story so powerful it has shocked collectors, museums, and auction houses across the United States. And today, that story starts here. Welcome to World Rare Coin, where history isn't locked in museums, it's hiding in plain sight. Imagine holding a simple dollar or a humble nickel, cold metal in your hand. Yet behind that surface is a chain of presidential power, national ambition, economic experiments, and production decisions that quietly created legends. These coins were born to circulate, to be spent without a second thought. Yet a few of them escaped that fate and became icons. Their designs speak of leadership and identity, their metal compositions reflect shifting eras, and their survival tells a story of rarity, demand, and destiny. In this video, we uncover 3 of the most astonishing examples. Coins that experts whisper about. Coins tied to collections valued in the millions of dollars. Not because of hype, but because of history, condition, and scarcity combined. Stay with me, because by the end of this story, you may never look at your everyday change the same way again. This is World Rare Coin, and this is where ordinary coins become extraordinary legends.
Grand story of America. Leadership has always come with sacrifice and responsibility. And among those who stepped into the highest seat of power, Grover Cleveland remains a name spoken with admiration, courage, and a legacy unlike any other. Because he is the only president who served 2 non-consecutive terms. A leader who fought corruption, protected the power of the people over politics, and defended the American dream with an iron heart. And in the year 2012, the United States Mint chose to honor his achievements in a golden tribute, a presidential dollar coin dedicated to his remarkable first term, a coin that whispers history through every engraved line, and in extremely rare cases, carries a fortune worth changing lives forever. Imagine this scene. Somewhere in a quiet American town, an older man sits in his small living room, a humble wooden table in front of him, a small box of coins by his side, a lifetime of collecting thrown together like memories trapped in metal. He opens the box out of habit, never expecting much, but this time something feels different. The shine of one particular coin, slightly brighter, warmer in color, catching the glow from a nearby lamp. He picks it up, feels the weight between his fingers, the detailed engraving of Grover Cleveland staring back with timeless authority. He turns the coin to see the date, and his heart skips, because it reads 2012, Grover Cleveland, first term. And suddenly the air feels heavier, because he knows what he might be holding. Not just a coin, but a national treasure. Collectors across America and around the world know the truth. Not all coins are equal. Some have secrets hidden in their surfaces, mistakes from the mint, extremely low production quantities, rare striking variations, and above all, condition. Because condition is everything in numismatics. The difference between a coin worth $1 and a coin worth $8 million can sometimes be one tiny detail, a single scratch, or an untouched pristine shine. This is why grading exists. This is why collectors hunt for perfection. And this Grover Cleveland coin, when found in the highest possible grade by PCGS or NGC, becomes one of the most astonishingly valuable presidential dollar coins known. To fully understand the power of this coin, we must explore its attributes, the physical details that make it not just government currency, but a piece of art, preserved history, and investment gold. This coin features a beautifully detailed portrait of Grover Cleveland on the obverse, his serious expression reminding us of the storms he navigated as president. The edge of the coin isn't flat or simple. It carries inscriptions of the year, liberty, mottos of the nation, all carved into the edge to prevent counterfeiting. The weight of this coin rests around 8.1 grams, a perfect balance that collectors appreciate. And its thickness allows just enough space for inscriptions that tell a hidden story. Its diameter, 26.5 millimeters, sitting comfortably in the palm. But inside that small circle lies a chapter of American strength and honor. The man holding it still doesn't know if this coin is the one, but he cannot let go of the possibility that this little golden miracle is worth more than every possession he owns. And suddenly his hands tremble. His heartbeat grows louder, because if this coin has the rare error version or a flawless grade certified by PCGS, the Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, the Numismatic Guarantee Company, it could change everything. Grading is a world of its own, a delicate science where magnification, light reflection, mint luster, and microscopic imperfections determine the destiny of a coin. A coin graded MS-70, mint state perfection, means value beyond imagination, and that is exactly what gives this coin its legendary status. Collectors say the rarest examples of this coin come from unexpected places: uncirculated rolls stored away in banks, hidden government mint bags that were never opened, forgotten sets purchased as souvenirs and left sealed in closets for decades. The rarest ones contain a subtle variation or mint error, maybe a misaligned die, a missing edge lettering, or an early strike that captured the design flawlessly before the machines wore down. Every tiny detail adds more mystery, more excitement, more worth. Now let us go back in time, to a powerful turning point in American history. Grover Cleveland stepped into the White House facing unstoppable waves of political corruption. He stood for honesty, for the working citizens. He rejected greed and refused to bow to wealthy interests controlling the nation. He was a leader who wanted fairness, integrity, and a strong economy for the United States, and this presidential dollar coin honors not just the man, but the mission he carried on his shoulders. When you look at this beautiful strike, you are holding a symbol of bravery and justice itself, something that lives forever even when centuries pass. As the collector continues to examine the coin, doubt creeps into his mind. Could it be just a common version, or could he actually be holding a hidden fortune? This is the moment where every collector feels that electric spark, hope fighting against uncertainty. And the only way to know the truth is to take the next step: grading, authentication, professional examination, and numismatic experts who can confirm what your eyes cannot see. This is where companies like PCGS and NGC take center stage. They protect collectors, they guarantee authenticity, and they provide a permanent record that stays with the coin forever. If the coin is flawless, if it holds the rare qualities that only a handful of coins possess, then the sealed capsule of PCGS or NGC becomes a treasure chest protecting its value for eternity. This is the road that leads to the multi-million-dollar status that makes this coin famous in rare coin circles. The collector places the Grover Cleveland coin into a soft, protective case, carefully sealing years of history into a moment of hope. His next step is crucial: finding the right place to sell if the coin turns out to be rare. And you, watching this video, may be closer to that same reality than you think. A coin like this can be sold through major auction houses, legendary platforms, where world-famous buyers compete for the chance to claim historical treasures, places like Heritage Auctions, Stack's Bowers, and Great Collections, where millions can exchange hands in just a single evening. The right venue ensures the true worth of the coin is recognized, appreciated, and rewarded. And now something even more exciting. What if someone watching right now has one of these coins in their home, sitting inside a forgotten drawer, tucked in a coin jar or souvenir folder? Imagine opening your old pocket change collection and discovering a fortune disguised as a golden dollar you never thought twice about. There are viewers right here who could be holding an opportunity that only fate could place in their palms. And that is the magic of coin collecting. The thrill of the unknown, the joy of discovery, and the possibility of a moment that turns dreams into reality. This coin carries emotional weight too, because it represents a president who did not rise into fame easily. Grover Cleveland was a man of the people, born without privilege, working his way upward through determination and grit. When his coin shines under light, it reflects the triumph of ordinary Americans who fought all odds. His leadership reminds us that anyone can reach greatness, and every collector who holds this coin holds a symbol of that American promise. For the collector in our story, the journey has just begun. He wraps the coin carefully, prepares to send it for grading, and every step becomes a heartbeat of anticipation. The world of numismatics is full of legends of individuals discovering coins worth unbelievable amounts. Coins found in old change, coins passed down unknowingly through family generations, coins purchased cheaply at flea markets that later proved to be priceless treasures. And this Grover Cleveland first-term coin stands among those legends, a golden miracle that can change ordinary days into extraordinary destinies. Now I want all viewers to take a moment, check your wallets, your drawers, your old coin sets, because this coin might be hiding somewhere very close to you, and it could carry a story that belongs to you alone, a story worth $8 million, but more importantly, a story stamped into history forever. If you love the thrill of rare treasures, if you feel the passion that keeps collectors awake at night searching, learning, dreaming, then join this journey with us. Because here at World Rare Coin, we unlock mysteries, reveal hidden fortunes, and honor the legacy behind every rare find. Subscribe now, like this video, comment below if you want help identifying your coins, and stay alert, because this Grover Cleveland coin is only the beginning of the greatest treasure hunt in the United States. After the collector carefully packaged his Grover Cleveland coin and prepared to send it away for grading, he sat back in his chair, feeling a rush of hope that he had never felt before. But destiny, often unpredictable, still had more hidden wonders left for him next to the empty space where the golden coin once lay. He noticed another slightly older coin with a deeper golden tone, its edges smooth yet marked by time, a quiet presence that had gone unnoticed for years. And as he lifted it, the name engraved on the surface sent a deep chill of awe into his heart. Because this coin honored a president whose story was filled with tragedy and unfulfilled greatness. The coin he now held honored James Abram Garfield, the 20th President of the United States. This is not just any presidential dollar coin. This is one of the most emotionally powerful coins ever minted in the United States. It carries the face of a leader who rose from poverty, who believed in education for all people, who dedicated his life to justice, who served as president for only a few months before an assassin's bullet changed America forever. James. Garfield's legacy became a symbol of promise stolen too soon, a nation shocked, a future altered, and a leader never forgotten. And right now, this man sitting in his living room was holding that story in the form of a rare and incredibly valuable coin. Collectors know that coins connected to tragedy often become some of the most valuable and sought after, because they preserve the history that tears the heart, and remind us of moments that shaped a nation. The James A. Garfield presidential dollar coin is a golden reminder of a life that deserved more, and that emotional weight gives this coin extraordinary collectible power, especially when found in rare conditions and rare variations. The coin shines under the soft light, its golden glow radiating a quiet nobility. Garfield's portrait appears strong, thoughtful, determined, a face carved to show resilience and leadership. The inscriptions around the portrait tell a powerful story of his presidency. Its weight again, around 8.1 grams. The diameter holding at 26.5 millimeters. The thickness similar to the Cleveland coin, but the significance absolutely unmatched. Every curve and line crafted to honor a leader whose time was cut short. The edge lettering inscribed with the year of minting. Mottos of liberty and national identity, making each piece a precious work of national art. But this coin becomes truly legendary when it appears in its rarest forms. Collectors whisper stories about a special version of this Garfield coin, a version struck with a minting error so unusual and so limited that only the rarest collectors have ever laid eyes on one, missing edge lettering, doubled inscriptions, misaligned die strikes, early production coins with perfect luster and flawless surfaces. These hidden factors can transform this coin from a simple dollar into a fortune that climbs into $11 million. A value so striking that even those who do not collect coins gasp in disbelief. As the collector studies the coin, he begins to notice something curious. The edges feel smoother than normal. The usual raised inscriptions seem faint, or perhaps missing entirely. His hands begin to shake as his imagination runs wild. Could this be one of the legendary versions that collectors chase for an entire lifetime? Could he really be holding a treasure nobody ever realized rested in his home for decades? To find the truth, he knows he must take the same journey once again, the path of numismatic judgment, the careful eyes of PCGS or NGC specialists, experts who examine every small detail, who grade the quality, who authenticate the identity, who assign a permanent certificate that transforms history into wealth. Garfield coins in mint state perfection, MS-69 or MS-70, are nearly impossible to find, and when one does appear, collectors fight for it like wolves circling a priceless prize. Now, to truly understand why this coin carries such emotion, we must travel back in time again, travel to the year 1881, when President James A. Garfield stepped into the White House full of vision. He wanted civil service reform. He wanted honesty in government. He wanted fairness across the nation. But only 200 days into his term, tragedy struck. On a summer day at a train station, an assassin fired the bullet that stole America's hope. Garfield fought for months, suffering in a hospital as the entire nation waited, prayed, and feared. But fate was cruel, and his passing left America heartbroken. The memory of what could have been still echoes across history. That is why this coin is so much more than metal. It is memory, it is sorrow, it is heroism. It is the voice of a leader who never gave up, even until his last breath. And collectors treasure this piece not only because of its financial worth, but because it preserves one of the most emotional chapters in American leadership. The symbolism locked inside this small golden artifact gives it everlasting value. The collector in our story places the Garfield coin next to where the Grover Cleveland coin once sat, and he feels tears gather in his eyes, knowing that this coin is not just an object, but a life, a leader, a legacy frozen in gold. He imagines the families who have coins like this stored away in small jars and jewelry boxes, unaware that they might hold one of the greatest treasures in American coin history. And suddenly he knows that the world must be told. People must understand the importance of checking every coin, because the next legendary discovery could be just a heartbeat away. Collectors often say, "The greatest treasures are not found by those who expect them, but by those who respect them." And that is why numismatics is not a hobby. It is a journey, a passion, a lifelong treasure hunt, where every find tells a story. And this Garfield coin tells one of the most unforgettable stories ever minted. As he prepares this second coin for grading, the collector realizes that his life might already be transforming. He began this day an ordinary man with an ordinary collection. But now he may be holding not one, but two presidential dollar coins worth millions. He cannot sleep. He cannot think of anything else. The excitement consumes him, and viewers feel the same pulse of energy growing inside them. Because nobody knows. Maybe someone watching right now has this very coin. Maybe a future millionaire is sitting right here with dreams waiting to become real. There is more to learn, though. More details that could decide the destiny of such a coin. Garfield coins with full satin finish, early strike brilliance, and original government packaging untouched can raise its value to soaring heights. The smallest signs of circulation, tiny marks from coin machines, slight discoloration, can lower the value dramatically. Condition is king. Perfection is royalty. and PCGS or NGC grading labels seal that truth forever. Collectors who own this coin must protect it carefully, avoid touching its surfaces, store it in protective capsules, keep it away from humidity and heat, because one small scratch can turn a $1 million miracle into a common artifact. Worth only $1. Everything matters. Every movement counts. Every moment could save or destroy its future worth. Let us now talk about selling, because owning a multi-million-dollar coin requires expertise to unlock its true value. The best places to sell these historic treasures are major auction houses known for record-breaking. Rare coin sales, places like heritage auctions, where life-changing amounts of money are offered for coins like this, where collectors and investors gather to claim ownership of treasures from United States history. Stack's Bowers, too, another legendary name, hosting auctions that have shocked the world with staggering bidding wars. Great Collections provides transparency and global competition, ensuring coins sell for their highest potential value. Never sell a coin like this to ordinary pawn shops or casual buyers, because rare treasure deserves a legendary stage, a spotlight where its story is honored, and where collectors will fight to own it. As the video audience continues listening, a deep realization forms. This is not just a story about coins. This is about American history standing in your hands. This is about forgotten objects becoming valuable memories. This is about second chances. This is about dreams rising from dust and shining brighter than gold. The Garfield presidential dollar coin is proof that history is alive, breathing through the hands of collectors, speaking through the shimmer of rare artifacts. The collector, now fully awake inside his new purpose, feels more connected than ever to the past, to the leaders who shaped freedom, to the courage and sacrifice that built the United States, and now he must prepare for the next chapter of this remarkable journey, because there is still one more coin in his possession, a coin that surpasses even Garfield in value, a coin that carries the legacy of one of the greatest founders of the nation, a coin that could be worth an astounding $15 million. A coin that honors Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, author of the Declaration of Independence, and the visionary behind America's future. This final coin is not only legendary in financial value, but monumental in the story of America itself. The most powerful coin of this trilogy, the rarest treasure of his collection, the central piece of a history that changed the world forever. And now, dear viewer, the ultimate moment awaits. The rarest presidential dollar coin ever revealed on this channel is about to take the spotlight, and its story will shake your heart with pride and astonishment. So before we move forward, hit that like button if you love discovering rare treasures, subscribe to World Rare Coins so you never miss a legendary story like this, and leave a comment if you think you might have a rare presidential dollar coin too, because in the next part, the most extraordinary chapter begins. As our collector stands in his quiet living room, his heart pounding with excitement from the incredible discoveries he has already made, he notices one last glimmer in the corner of his coin box, a glow brighter than the others, stronger, almost like a silent call from history itself. He reaches slowly, his fingers trembling with the weight of everything that has happened, and when he lifts the coin into the light, his breath stops completely, because right there in his hand lies the face of the man who shaped the soul of America, the author of the Declaration of Independence, the third President of the United States, Thomas Jefferson. And this presidential dollar coin may very well be the most valuable treasure ever minted in the modern era. The golden shine seems deeper, richer, as if it carries the passion and bold vision Jefferson gifted to the nation. The portrait engraved shows a mind full of ideas, a leader who believed that freedom was the greatest gift a person could ever have. Every line of his image screams determination, every curve shaped with respect, the inscriptions on the edge telling a story of liberty and honor, marking this coin not just as currency, but as the heartbeat of a free world. Collectors across the United States and beyond whisper legends about a rare version of this Thomas Jefferson presidential dollar coin, a version struck with a unique mistake or minted in such perfect condition that only destiny chooses who finds it. A version that has valued up to $15 million, the highest worth of any United States presidential dollar coin ever recorded in numismatic history. And right now, the collector, in our story, fears to even blink, afraid that this miracle in his hands might disappear. The weight of the coin rests around 8.1 grams, its diameter a familiar 26.5 millimeters, the thickness carrying the precious edge lettering that reveals hidden identity. But the true magic lies beyond basic dimensions and design. The real power of this coin is the connection it has to the birth of a nation, the fight for independence, and the foundation of democracy itself. Jefferson was not only a leader, he was a thinker, a philosopher of freedom, a believer that people deserved the right to choose their future. And knowing that his face shines on this coin fills every collector with awe and respect. The collector gazes deeper, hoping to find a clue that this could be the rarest form of all. Perhaps a misaligned strike, perhaps missing edge, lettering, perhaps an early strike with perfect brilliance untouched by circulation. And suddenly he feels that electric sensation again. The very same feeling when discovering the Grover, Cleveland, and Garfield treasures. But now even stronger, because this coin is different. This coin could rise above all others. This coin could change everything forever. A coin that holds the dream of the American Revolution inside its golden shell. Now we turn back through the pages of history to the year 1776, when Thomas Jefferson took pen to parchment and wrote the words that still guide the United States centuries later. He believed that every human was born with rights that no ruler could ever take away. He believed that government existed to protect freedom, not control it. And when he later became president, he expanded the nation with the Louisiana Purchase. He opened the doors to exploration, knowledge, and progress. He invested in education and learning. He laid the foundation for a nation that could rise higher than any other. These accomplishments are not forgotten. They live inside this coin, a legacy struck in metal, preserved for generations to admire. And now imagine that someone, somewhere, unknowingly keeps this piece of history in a jar of loose change, or a drawer filled with old receipts, or a dusty shelf where forgotten objects sleep. Imagine how many people have touched this coin without realizing that fortune sat in their fingertips, that they held a piece of the American story worth $15 million, that they let it slip through their possession, unaware that destiny was knocking. Viewers watching this must feel that rush inside themselves, wondering where their own Jefferson coins are, wondering if they ever passed one through a vending machine or stored one in a travel souvenir pouch. Because coins like this appear in ordinary life, they hide behind everyday moments, waiting to be discovered by those who still believe in miracles. Collectors know the truth. Condition controls everything, because even the most legendary coin loses its power if scratched, bent, worn, or handled without protection. The highest value versions of the Jefferson coin must remain flawless, sealed away from oxygen and human touch. Any contact could damage the mint luster, the original shine that proves this coin never served as mere currency, but remained a preserved artifact from the moment it left the mint. This is where professional grading becomes life-changing. PCGS and NGC hold the keys that unlock its destiny. Their certification is the difference between a common collectible and a multi-million-dollar masterpiece. A Jefferson coin graded at Mint State 70 becomes priceless because it is perfection itself, a flawless tribute to a flawless vision of freedom. And in that moment, the coin becomes a national treasure that collectors will never stop chasing. The collector in our story knows what must be done. He gently places the Jefferson coin into a velvet-lined protective holder, his heart racing, because after sending his first 2 coins for grading, he already stepped into a world where history becomes wealth. And now with this third and greatest piece, the future begins to change before his eyes. He feels hope blooming in his chest, like a spark becoming a wildfire. The dream that started as a quiet curiosity now becomes a journey toward unimaginable reality. Let us explore one more extraordinary truth. Jefferson coins with early strike brilliance or minted in limited test runs have been rumored to exist. Coins created before the final mint adjustments. Coins that captured sharper details and stronger metal composition. These are the coins that can push values beyond records. These are the coins that reach the staggering heights of $15 million. These coins are the ones that auction houses fight to acquire. These are the coins that collectors guard with their lives. Now imagine the auctions themselves. Rooms filled with excitement, hearts pounding with anticipation, hands lifting bidding paddles higher and higher as the numbers rise into millions. Heritage auctions known for shattering world records. Stack's Bowers where history is bought and sold. Great collections connecting collectors worldwide in battles of passion and wealth. These iconic marketplaces are where treasures like the Jefferson coin shine under the spotlight they deserve. Where the greatest stories are told not through words, but through the thunder of final bids closing at incredible fortunes. A coin like this must never be rushed into a sale, because with patience comes power, and with power comes extraordinary reward. Collectors and investors both understand that this coin is not just metal, it is freedom made solid. It is a legacy that formed the soul of a nation. It is a crown jewel for any rare coin collection on Earth. Our collector looks at his three golden miracles, realizing what they truly represent: the fight for integrity through Grover Cleveland, the sacrifice of leadership through James Garfield, and the foundation of liberty through Thomas Jefferson. Three presidents connected not only through history, but now connected in his home, in his hands, in his life, and tears fill his eyes as he realizes he has become part of this story forever. He once believed he was nobody in a world too big to notice him, but now destiny has chosen him as the guardian of American legacy. And as he prepares to send this final coin for grading, he knows that soon the truth will be revealed, and the world will see what fate has given him. And viewers watching this cannot help but feel that spark inside them, pushing them to search for their own coins, their own hidden treasures, their own moments where history and fortune collide. Because that is the beauty of numismatics. Every coin is a mystery, every discovery a victory, every moment of hope a chance for destiny to strike like lightning, changing lives forever. This is not gambling. This is the pursuit of history. This is collecting truths forged in metal. This is connecting with the past through something real, something powerful, something priceless. Before we reveal the closing chapter of this extraordinary journey, take a moment, viewer. Look around your home. Think of the coins you have seen come and go. Remember that someone right now might be holding wealth beyond imagination, without even knowing it. And that someone could be you, a family member, a friend, anyone who believes they might have a coin that carries history within its shine, because treasure appears without warning, and those who stay curious are the ones who find it. The collector finally closes his coin box, no longer a simple container of memories, but now a chest filled with the rarest stories America has to offer. He gently places it on a shelf, and with a deep breath, he realizes a new chapter of his life has begun. A future filled with hope, with excitement, with the possibility to honor the legends who came before. And now, dear viewer, the journey continues with you, because this channel, World Rare Coin, is the home of discovery, the home of learning, the home of collectors who believe in miracles hidden inside pocket change. This channel exists to guide you, to teach you, to help you uncover the treasures that lie quietly in the world, waiting for someone bold enough to look closer. So if your heart is racing now, if you feel that curiosity alive inside you, if you want to become part of the greatest treasure hunt in America, then this is your moment. Like this video right now, comment if you want help checking your own coins, and most important, subscribe to World Rare Coin, because we are only just beginning. More rare coins, more life-changing discoveries, more hidden value waiting to be found. and we want you with us every step of the way. Share this video with your friends, your family, your fellow collectors, because someone you know might be holding the next $15 million Jefferson treasure. And together, we will keep history alive, one coin at a time. This is World Rare Coin, where history becomes wealth, where small discoveries become legends, and where every viewer is a treasure hunter. Stay curious, stay passionate, and keep searching, because the next incredible story is already waiting for you, just beneath the golden surface of a coin still undiscovered. Imagine holding a coin that looks so ordinary, so simple, something you might pass over without a second thought. And yet, inside that small piece of metal hides a story that could change your life forever. Today we step into the world of the 1989 United States Jefferson nickel, a coin that has shocked collectors across America and beyond, with a value that reaches $17 million. Yes, you heard that right. $17 million for a nickel. But this is not just about money. It is about history, rarity, mystery, and the passion that drives collectors to search through every jar, every pocket, every old drawer, just to find that one piece of treasure. The Jefferson nickel has been part of American life since 1938, designed by Felix Schlag to honor Thomas Jefferson, one of the founding fathers. The design itself carries dignity and meaning, with the obverse showing the portrait of Jefferson and the reverse featuring his famous Monticello home. By 1989, the Jefferson nickel was already a familiar sight in circulation, minted in huge numbers at the Philadelphia Mint. But hidden within this sea of coins is one specific issue, the 1989 Jefferson nickel that has reached legendary status in the numismatic. Community collectors call it the crown jewel of modern nickels. But why? What makes this coin so special? And why would anyone place such a massive value on what looks like an ordinary 5-cent piece? To understand this, we must first step into the science and art of numismatics. Coin collecting is not just about the metal or the design. It is about rarity, condition, and provenance. These three pillars are what separate a coin worth 5 cents from one worth millions. The 1989 Jefferson nickel is fascinating because it is tied to extremely limited minting errors and near-perfect conditions that survived when most others did not. When we talk about coin value, condition is king. Grading companies like PCGS, the Professional Coin Grading Service, and NGC, the Numismatic Guarantee Company, specialize in analyzing coins under microscopic detail. They examine luster, strike sharpness, surface preservation, and overall eye appeal. When a coin like the 1989 Jefferson nickel is discovered in mint state 70, perfection, the highest grade possible, it transforms from a simple coin into a masterpiece of history. And here comes the first cliffhanger. Imagine searching through rolls of nickels, finding one dated 1989 with a P mint mark, then taking it to be graded, and discovering it is flawless, untouched by circulation, shining with full steps on the Monticello reverse design. That tiny detail, full steps, meaning the steps of Monticello are fully struck with no wear or weakness, can make all the difference. Collectors pay staggering amounts for full-step Jefferson nickels, and the 1989 with perfect steps is almost mythical. Let's dive deeper into the coin itself. The 1989 Jefferson nickel was struck in a standard copper-nickel composition, 75% copper and 25% nickel. It has a thickness of 1.95 millimeters, a weight of 5 grams, and a diameter of 21.21 millimeters. On paper, nothing unusual, yet in practice, almost all of the 1989 nickels entered circulation, suffering from weak strikes, bag marks, scratches, and wear. Only a handful survived in immaculate state, and this is why the value skyrocketed. To truly understand the appeal, think of it like fine art. Anyone can buy a print of a painting for a few dollars, but an original masterpiece by a legendary artist sells for millions. The same principle applies here. Most nickels are common, but this one, due to condition, rarity, and historical quirks, has become a masterpiece in metal. Now let us pause and think about that number again. $17 million. Why would a coin fetch that kind of value at auction? Part of it lies in demand. Serious collectors with deep pockets often battle fiercely at auction houses like Heritage Auctions, Stack's Bowers, or Sotheby's. When a once-in-a-lifetime coin appears, the bidding war drives the price into the stratosphere. The 1989 P. Jefferson nickel in top grade has that magic combination: rarity, desirability, and prestige. And here is another cliffhanger. You might wonder, how can you be sure if the coin you hold could be the legendary one? The answer lies in grading. Without professional authentication, no collector will risk millions. This is where PCGS and NGC step in. They seal the coin in protective holders, assign a grade, and provide certification. Once graded at the highest level, the value is locked in, and the coin becomes a global treasure known to all serious numismatists. Here's a fascinating numismatic insight. The Jefferson Nickel series has long been studied for full-step designations. Collectors look for 5 or 6 complete steps on Monticello. This detail shows how well the coin was struck. In 1989, finding such full-step examples is nearly impossible. Most coins show only partial steps, weak from worn dies or high-speed production runs. So when a full-step 1989 P nickel surfaces, the numismatic world takes notice. So how do you sell a coin like this if you think you might have one in your collection? The worst mistake is to take it to an ordinary pawn shop or local dealer who may not understand the true rarity. The right path is to first have the coin graded by PCGS or NGC. Once certified, you then approach major auction houses. Heritage Auctions and Stack's Bowers are 2 of the most respected in the United States. They connect your coin with top-tier collectors and investors, ensuring maximum value. In fact, many record-breaking sales have happened at these very venues. Now you might be asking, could a regular person really stumble across a coin like this? The answer is yes, and that is what makes the story even more exciting. Coins of immense value are sometimes discovered in pocket change, inherited collections, or bank rolls. Collectors in America often go through boxes of nickels from banks, searching for treasures. And history has shown that incredible finds still happen to this day. So yes, your next nickel might just be worth a fortune. Imagine the thrill of sending in an ordinary-looking coin and receiving it back in a PCGS holder labeled MS70 Full Steps, 1989 P. Jefferson Nickel. The world would know you own one of the rarest nickels ever struck. Collectors from all over would chase after it with offers climbing higher and higher until that $17 million hammer price is reached. Now, let's give you even more detail about this coin to fuel your curiosity. The 1989 P. Jefferson nickel has a smooth edge. Unlike dimes or quarters, which have ridges, the nickel's edge is plain. This may seem simple, but collectors even analyze edge details for irregularities. Sometimes planchet errors or missed strikes can add even more value. Weight at 5 grams is carefully checked during grading. Any deviation could indicate a mint error, such as a wrong planchet strike. Errors are among the most valuable finds in numismatics. Here's another gem. Errors can create entirely new legends: double strikes, off-center strikes, wrong planchet strikes, and die cracks, all of which can transform a simple nickel into a once-in-a-lifetime rarity. So every detail matters when you examine your coins. And now let us build more suspense. The most powerful part of coin collecting is the unknown. Millions of 1989 P nickels were struck, but only a whisper of them survived in flawless, untouched condition. They are waiting like hidden treasures across America. And maybe, just maybe, you could be the one to find it. If you are enjoying this journey into the world of rare coins, make sure to hit the like button right now. Leave a comment below about the most interesting coin you have ever found. And subscribe to World Rare Coin, because this channel is your guide to the hidden treasures in your pocket change. Together we are building a community of passionate collectors who believe that history can be held in the palm of your hand. The story of the 1989 P. Jefferson nickel is not just about $17 million. It is about legacy, about the power of details, and about the thrill of discovery. It is a reminder that every coin has a story, And sometimes that story is worth more than gold. When you think about how a 5-cent piece can surpass the value of luxury cars, mansions, or even priceless paintings, you realize the magic of numismatics. So the next time you see a nickel, don't just glance at the date. Look closely. Study the steps. Check the condition. Because inside that little coin could be a future masterpiece, waiting to be uncovered, graded by PCGS or NGC, and perhaps sold at heritage auctions for a life-changing sum. Collectors across America are still searching, dreaming, hoping. And now you know the secret, too. The 1989 P. Jefferson nickel, valued at $17 million, is out there. A piece of history. A coin that proves greatness can come in the smallest of packages. So, if you want to stay ahead in this thrilling hunt, subscribe right now to World Rare Coin. Turn on notifications so you never miss the next rare coin value breakdown. And share this video with fellow collectors because who knows, one of them might be holding the next great treasure in their pocket. Together, we explore. Together, we learn. And together, we uncover the hidden wealth of America's coins. The journey does not end here. It begins with curiosity, continues with discovery, and culminates in the magic of holding history itself. So like, comment, subscribe, and let's keep this adventure alive, because the next coin we reveal could be the one that changes everything forever. Imagine holding a simple 5-cent coin in your hand, something you might have passed through a soda machine or dropped in a parking lot without a second thought. But what if that same coin could be worth more than a mansion, more than luxury cars, combined, and not just a little more, but a mind-blowing $17 million. Welcome back to World Rare Coin, the home of the most unbelievable hidden treasures sitting quietly in your pocket. Today we dive deep into one of the most mysterious and legendary coins ever to leave the United States Mint. The 1982 P. Jefferson nickel, a coin so special that collectors and numismatists across America are still talking about it today. So get ready, because this story will change the way you look at your spare change forever. This is not just another coin. This is a journey through history, through minting errors, rarity, and the fascinating world of coin grading that turns ordinary metal into extraordinary fortune. Now, before we reveal what makes this nickel worth a staggering $17 million, let's take a moment to step into the year 1982. A time when the United States Mint in Philadelphia was producing millions of nickels every single day. Most of them ordinary, but one of them not just ordinary at all. A rare minting miracle that became the stuff of legend. This is where our journey begins now. The 1982 P. Jefferson nickel is part of a long-running coin series, first issued in 1938 to honor Thomas Jefferson III. President of the United States and one of the founding fathers. The design by Felix Schlag features a portrait of Jefferson on the obverse and his home Monticello on the reverse. But in 1982, something unusual happened during production that turned a routine coin into a priceless treasure. Imagine a single minting mistake, a slight error in the die, a microscopic difference in strike, or a unique metal composition shift that the mint never repeated. That is exactly what experts believe happened with this particular 1982 Philadelphia nickel. Now let's talk about the specifications that make this coin distinct. Every authentic 1982 P. Jefferson nickel has a weight of about 5 grams, a diameter of 21.21 millimeters, and a thickness of 1.95 millimeters. It is composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it that familiar silvery tone that we all recognize. Yet the rare variant, the one worth millions, may have shown unexpected variations in planche-quality strike depth and die alignment, creating a subtle difference almost invisible to the naked eye, but visible to trained numismatic graders. Now, before we reveal the secret of its value, here is where you should pay attention, because coin grading is everything in the numismatic world. The same coin in your pocket can be worth just 5 cents or $5 million, depending on its grade and authentication. two of the most trusted professional grading companies in the United States are PCGs, the Professional Coin Grading Service, and NGC, the Numismatic Guarantee Company, both recognized worldwide for their precision and credibility. A 1982 P. Jefferson nickel, graded by PCGs or NGC as mint state, or proof, like with full steps, can change your financial destiny forever. Collectors often look for coins that show clear steps on Monticello. On the reverse side, if your nickel shows 5 or 6 full uninterrupted steps, you could be holding an ultra-rare strike known as a full steps Jefferson nickel. The holy grail for nickel collectors. Now let's dive deeper into the story behind its extraordinary value. This particular 1982 P nickel reportedly achieved a near-perfect grading score under PCG's evaluation. Its surfaces were flawless, its strike was deep, its luster unmatched. It was believed to be a test strike or a transitional composition coin, possibly struck on a wrong planchet or under experimental pressure conditions. This combination of perfect condition, unique minting, and certified authenticity created a once-in-a-lifetime rarity valued by experts at a jaw-dropping $17 million. The kind of figure that captures the attention of museums, private investors, and passionate collectors worldwide. Now, before you rush to your coin jar or dresser drawer, here is a powerful truth. Every coin tells a story, and even though most 1982 P nickels are common, it only takes one exceptional example to change your life forever. Imagine the feeling of finding that exact coin tucked away unnoticed for decades. The thrill, the disbelief, the rush of realizing that you just discovered a piece of American history worth millions. This is what drives collectors: the mystery, the adventure, the passion for the hunt. Now let's add a touch of authentic, numismatic insight. If you ever want to check your 1982 P nickel or any coin for potential value, first handle it carefully. Avoid cleaning or polishing, because that instantly reduces its grade and value. Instead, store it in a soft, protective holder or coin flip, and get it evaluated by professionals at PCGs or NGC. They use advanced magnification and precision technology to assess strike quality, surface preservation, and originality. If your coin passes the test, you will receive a certification slab, a transparent holder that displays your coin grade and unique serial number. That certification is what transforms your coin from pocket change into investment-grade treasure. Next, let's explore the deeper science behind coin condition. The grade of a coin ranges from poor to mint state, and proof categories Miss 60 to Miss 70 being the highest levels of perfection. A coin graded Miss 70 means absolutely flawless under 5 times magnification. Even the smallest nick, scratch, or discoloration can drop its value dramatically. So when you hear about a 1982 P Jefferson nickel being worth $17 million, it is because it achieved nearly perfect condition. Combined with extreme rarity, historical context, and authenticated provenance, the blend of these factors fuels value beyond imagination. Now let's talk about how to sell such a coin. If you are lucky enough to own a rare nickel or suspect you have one, never rush to pawn shops or random online buyers. Instead, contact reputable auction houses such as Heritage Auctions, Stax, Bowers, or Great Collections. These platforms have direct access to serious numismatists and investors who understand the real market value of rare United States coins. They handle authentication, professional photography, catalog listing, and secure bidding processes, ensuring you receive true market price. And if your coin has already been graded by PCGs or NGC, that slab number will make the selling process transparent and easy to track. Now here comes the most thrilling part of our story. Imagine you find a 1982 P nickel in your change, and it looks unusually sharp. With bold steps on Monticello, you send it to PCGs for grading. And weeks later, you receive the certification email. Your heart pounding. You open it, and there it is. Mrs. 69 full steps. PCG's population 1. meaning there is only one known example in the world at that grade. The world of coin collectors explodes with excitement. Headlines read, "Record-breaking. Nickel-discovered private collectors start offering millions." And you realize that your ordinary day just turned into a historic moment. This is the magic of numismatics, the science and art of collecting, studying, and valuing coins. It's not just about metal. It's about the stories etched in every curve, every detail, every mint mark, and when history and rarity collide, that is where million-dollar treasures are born. Now let's dive a little more into the physical characteristics of this coin. For those who love details, the edge of the Jefferson nickel is plain meaning. It has no reeds or grooves. The diameter, as we said, is 21.21 millimeters, and the thickness 1.95 millimeters. Its weight precisely 5 grams. Though minor variations can occur due to planchet differences, what fascinates experts is that during the early 1980s, the mint sometimes experimented with slight composition or pressure adjustments, which could have created microscopic anomalies on certain coins, especially those struck in Philadelphia, without the DRS mint marks. And those anomalies, when perfectly preserved, create what numismatists call a conditional rarity. That means even if millions of 1982 nickels exist, the condition of one single coin can make it unique, worth millions, while all others remain common. Now let's pause for a moment and think about why people love coins so much. Beyond value, beyond metal, each coin is a time capsule, a message from history. The 1982 nickel is a symbol of American craftsmanship and the mysteries that can emerge even from everyday objects. It reminds us that hidden value often lies where we least expect it, in plain sight, waiting for the right eyes to notice. Now, dear viewers, if you are enjoying this journey through rare coins and hidden treasures, make sure to smash that like button, because it really helps support our channel World Rare Coin and tells us you want more stories like this. Also, drop a comment below and tell us, have you ever found an unusual coin in your pocket or collection? Maybe an old nickel, dime, or quarter that looked different? Share your story. We love hearing from fellow collectors, and every comment inspires new discoveries. And if you have not yet subscribed, now is the time to join our growing community of rare coin enthusiasts across the United States, because in our upcoming videos, we will reveal more unbelievable coin finds from the Washington Quarter worth $3 million to the Lincoln cent that shocked the numismatic world. Your subscription is your ticket to the ultimate coin collecting adventure. Now let's bring our 1982 Jefferson Nickels story to its powerful close. This coin is not just valuable because of what it is, but because of what it represents: perseverance, precision, and passion in the world of numismatics. It teaches us that even ordinary objects can hold extraordinary secrets, and that true collectors never stop learning, exploring, and dreaming. So if you ever find a 1982 nickel in your change, take a closer look. Examine Monticello. Check for full steps. Look for perfect luster. And if you believe it might be special, get it graded. Who knows, you could be holding the next $17 million treasure, and the next time someone tells you coins are just change, tell them no, they are history in your hands. Before we sign off, remember to like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe to World Rare Coin, because we are just getting started in uncovering the rarest, most valuable, and most fascinating coins ever struck in America. Share this video with friends and family who love collecting, or who might have that special coin sitting unnoticed at home. You never know whose life it might change. This is World Rare Coin, reminding you that every coin tells a story, and some stories are worth millions. Stay curious, stay inspired, and keep hunting for your hidden treasure. See you in the next video. Imagine holding an ordinary-looking nickel in your hand. A coin you might have received as change at a grocery store. A coin so common that millions of Americans have touched it without knowing the secret it hides inside. Yet somewhere out there, one of these small metallic discs carries a story so rare, so valuable, it could be worth $9 million. Yes, you heard that right. A single 5-cent piece from 1994, with a tiny P mint mark stamped just above Monticello, could turn an average collector into a millionaire. And today on World Rare Coin, we are about to reveal why this 1994 P. Jefferson nickel has captured the attention of numismatists. Collectors and treasure seekers across the United States stay till the very end, because every detail you hear could change the way you look at pocket change forever. Before we dive in, make sure you tap that like button and subscribe to World Rare Coin, because here every coin tells a story, and one story might just change your life. The 1994 P. Jefferson nickel is not just any 5-cent coin. It was struck in the Philadelphia Mint, one of America's oldest and most iconic coin-producing facilities. It carries the proud letter P, which identifies its origin. And for many collectors, that tiny letter means history, authenticity, and the thrill of the hunt. But what makes this particular coin so extraordinary lies in the smallest of details. Details so subtle that most eyes would miss them without magnification. The coin features Thomas Jefferson's left-facing portrait designed by Felix Schlag, with his calm eyes and thoughtful expression representing liberty and progress on the reverse side. The iconic Monticello building stands strong, a symbol of architectural brilliance. But within some 1994 P nickels, a minting anomaly occurred, a variation so unique that its existence defied expectations. Some of these nickels were struck using improperly prepared dies, resulting in a surface texture unlike any other, the metal flow. Lines show microscopic patterns revealing that something special happened during production. Numismatists discovered doubled features around the lettering of Monticello and 5 cents, while others noticed slight over-polishing around Jefferson's hairline, giving his image a faint halo effect. These details sound small, but for coin experts they signal the difference between a common nickel worth 5 cents and a museum-grade rarity worth millions. And yes, one such piece graded by the professional coin grading service PCGs reached the astonishing estimated value of $9 million. Now you might wonder how a small coin like this could possibly reach such a number. And that is where the science and art of coin grading enters the story. In the world of numismatics, grading is everything. It determines not only a coin's authenticity, but also its condition, its visual appeal, and its survival quality over decades. Grading companies like PCGs and NGC have set the global standards for coin evaluation. Every small detail counts, from the presence of scratches to the shine of the luster, from the strength of the strike to the clarity of the design. The higher the grade, the rarer and more valuable the coin becomes. And for our 1994 P. Jefferson nickel, the combination of a near-flawless surface, exceptional strike, and possible mint error makes it one of the most desirable nickels ever known. But wait, the intrigue deepens, because this coin has been found in multiple conditions across the United States, and only a tiny fraction ever met the perfection threshold considered investment grade. Imagine two identical nickels lying side by side to an untrained eye. They look the same, but when examined under magnification, one might reveal a microscopic die crack, a rim variation, or an over-polished step on Monticello, and that single feature could mean the difference between 5 cents and 5 million. So when we talk about condition, collectors refer to terms like mint, state proof-like, or uncirculated. The rarest 1994 P nickel ever graded fell under a near-perfect mint state category, with zero visible wear and unmatched luster. This condition places it among the elite of American coinage. Let us explore more fascinating specifications. The 1994 P. Jefferson nickel has a diameter of 21.21 millimeters, a thickness of 1.95 millimeters, and a standard weight of 5 grams. It was composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it a soft silvery tone that ages gracefully over time. The texture of the rim, the spacing of the letters, and the depth of the strike all contribute to how experts analyze authenticity and value. sometimes even the tiniest shift in strike pressure changes everything. So when you find one that matches every parameter perfectly, it becomes more than a coin. It becomes art preserved in metal history. Captured in the palm of your hand, many collectors across America have started searching their loose change after hearing stories of this incredible coin. Some found lightly circulated versions showing faint wear on Jefferson's cheek and collar. Others found proof strikes from special mint sets with mirror-like finishes. But the dream remains to find that one flawless piece with the mysterious features that link it to the legendary $9 million valuation. Each discovery fuels more curiosity, more excitement, and more passion for numismatics. And if you are watching this video, you are already part of that growing community of explorers. And remember, the market for rare coins is alive and evolving. Values fluctuate based on collector demand, auction results, and public attention. Sometimes a single YouTube video or social media post can ignite nationwide searches and bring a coin into the spotlight. When the 1994 P nickel first gained attention, professional graders from NGC and PCGs began re-examining previous submissions. Many realized they had overlooked subtle characteristics like strike doubling or surface brilliance. Suddenly coins, once considered ordinary, were reclassified as rare variations, driving up both interest and price. This is where the suspense rises, because the story is not over yet. Some experts believe there might still be undiscovered varieties of the 1994 P nickel hidden in plain sight, in rolls of bank nickels, coin jars, and forgotten collections across America. Could one of those coins be sitting right now in your home, waiting for you to notice it? That question alone keeps thousands of collectors searching day and night. And as we continue the story, remember, this is not only about money, it is about history, artistry, and discovery. The Jefferson Nickels series has run since 1938, making it one of the longest continuous coin designs in American history. Each year brings subtle changes, and each variation tells us something about the technology, craftsmanship, and vision of its time. And the 1994 P issue stands as a modern legend because it bridges the gap between the ordinary and the extraordinary, between pocket change and treasure. At this point, you might be wondering how to know if your nickel is special. What should you look for when inspecting one from 1994? Start by studying the details. The sharpness of Jefferson's hairlines, the clarity of the steps on Monticello, the evenness of the rim and the alignment of the mint mark. Use a magnifier under good lighting. Look for signs of doubling, weak strikes, or even slightly misplaced mint marks, because these subtle indicators can reveal extraordinary rarity. If you suspect something unique, do not clean the coin, never polish it, as that can destroy surface quality and dramatically reduce its grade value. Instead, handle it carefully by the edges and consider sending it for professional evaluation. And here is where PCGs and NGC come into play. These are the two leading grading companies recognized internationally for accuracy and trust when a coin is graded. It is sealed inside a tamper-proof holder called a slab, with its grade and certification number visible. This not only confirms authenticity, but also preserves condition for generations once certified its market. Value can be officially recognized at auctions or private sales, and collectors worldwide respect these ratings because they bring transparency and confidence to the hobby. Now, before we move into the second half of our story, let us leave you with a thought. Imagine you discover a 1994 P Jefferson nickel sitting quietly in your drawer. You send it to PCGs, and it comes back as a top-graded specimen, maybe an MS-68 or higher. Then news spreads across numismatic forums. Collectors start offering thousands, then hundreds of thousands, until finally one buyer steps forward ready to pay millions, because he knows such perfection might never appear again. This is not fantasy. This has happened before, with other rare coins from Lincoln cents to Buffalo nickels. And it could happen again, so do not go anywhere. because in the next part of this story we are going to reveal exactly how and where to sell such coins, how to approach major numismatic marketplaces, how auction houses evaluate multi-millions dollar coins, and how you can protect yourself from counterfeit buyers. We will also uncover secret tips from coin experts on spotting genuine mint errors and maximizing profit before we continue. Make sure you hit like if you are enjoying this deep dive into the mystery of the 1994 P. Jefferson nickel. Comment below if you have ever found an unusual nickel or have a coin you think might be rare. And of course, subscribe to World Rare Coin, because the next segment will take you even deeper into the heart of the $9 million nickel legend, and you definitely do not want to miss that. The story of the 1994 P. Jefferson nickel continues as we now move deeper into the world of value authentication and the art of selling a coin that could be worth $9 million. Now imagine that you have discovered a shining example of this rare nickel. Maybe you found it in an old jar. Maybe it came from your grandparents' change or a bankroll. You decided to search out of curiosity. Your heart beats faster as you notice the sharpness of Jefferson's portrait, the clean edges, the untouched shine. You begin to wonder, could this really be the one? And that question alone pulls you into the fascinating world of numismatics. The first step to verifying any potential treasure is authentication. Professional authentication separates rumor from reality when collectors send coins to grading companies like PCGs or NGC. These organizations perform a detailed examination under high magnification. They analyze strike-quality surface preservation and even microscopic metal flow patterns. To confirm originality once a coin is certified, it receives a grade ranging from poor to mint state. 70 mint state 70 represents a perfect coin. No marks, no wear, flawless in every aspect. The higher your grade, the closer your coin value climbs toward that legendary $9 million mark, and sometimes even coins graded slightly lower, such as MS-68 or MS-69, can reach extraordinary prices depending on rarity. And demand numismatists often say that grading is like art and science. Combined, it takes decades of experience to recognize the difference between a regular strike and a spectacular one. PCG's graders examine even the light reflection pattern across the coin surface to ensure consistency. They check for tiny die polish lines known as mint luster patterns, and these lines can tell experts if a coin has been cleaned or tampered with. Collectors trust these grading standards because they establish legitimacy in the marketplace, and legitimacy creates confidence, which is what drives high-value transactions. Now the question becomes, how do you actually sell a coin like this? Where can someone turn a small piece of metal into a fortune? The best path depends on your goals, but it always starts with proper research. For rare American coins, especially one like the 1994 P. Jefferson nickel, there are several well-respected platforms. First are the major auction houses, heritage auctions, Stack's, Bowers, and Great Collections. These institutions handle millions of dollars in numismatic transactions every year. They provide professional photography, historical background, and worldwide exposure, bringing together collectors from every corner of the United States and beyond. An authenticated and graded coin submitted to one of these auctions can spark bidding wars, pushing values far beyond initial estimates. Another excellent option for selling rare coins is through certified coin dealers, recognized by the American Numismatic Association. These professionals can appraise coins, guide you on current market trends, and even connect you with private collectors who specialize in specific series like the Jefferson nickel. In fact, many of the rarest sales never even reach public auctions. They happen quietly, between trusted dealers and elite collectors who are constantly seeking new additions to their portfolios. And if your coin carries that perfect combination of grade, rarity, and story, it could easily attract offers in the millions. However, caution is vital in this field. Not every buyer is legitimate, and not every offer is fair. This is why graded and slabbed coins hold such importance. They are protected from alteration, and the certification number can be verified instantly on the official PCGs or NGC websites, giving you peace of mind and market credibility. Now let us return to the emotional heart of this story, the thrill of discovery. Imagine standing at your kitchen counter under a bright light, examining your coin through a magnifier. As your hands tremble slightly, you see the steps of Monticello, perfectly defined, all 5 lines, crisp and sharp, the surfaces gleaming with untouched luster. Your pulse races because you know you are looking at something few have ever seen, a near, flawless strike from the Philadelphia Mint in 1994. You send it for grading. You wait weeks, maybe months, and then the results arrive. The grade reads, Mint, State 69, full steps. Your eyes widen, your breath catches, and suddenly you realize you are holding history itself. From there, the world opens. Collectors reach out. Offers begin to appear. News spreads online. Social media, coin forums, and numismatic blogs all discuss your discovery, and people start calling it the $9 million nickel. The very story you are hearing now becomes a part of the legend of American coinage, and that is how history continues. Every new discovery adds to the legacy of coins, like the 1994 P. Jefferson nickel, and that is why collectors from coast to coast are still searching their change every day, hoping to find another. But this story is not only about the possibility of wealth, it is about knowledge. The more you learn about coins, the better your chances of identifying treasures hidden in plain sight. So let us talk about a few more professional insights that numismatists use when studying nickels. First, pay attention to die varieties. A die variety occurs when subtle differences appear in the minting. Die used to strike coins. This could be a repunched mint mark, a doubled letter, or a shifted alignment. These variations are extremely valuable because they occur only on limited numbers of coins. Next, look for plancher. Quality plancher means the blank piece of metal before it is struck with the design. A flawless plancher produces a sharper and brighter strike, while a damaged one can dull the details. If you find a 1994 P nickel with exceptionally strong luster and no visible flaws, it could be part of a high-quality batch that collectors prize. Thickness and diameter also play a role. The 1994 P nickel follows the official measurements of 21.21 millimeters in diameter and 1.95 millimeters in thickness with a weight of 5 grams. These dimensions ensure standardization, but even tiny deviations sometimes signal a minting issue. If your coin appears slightly thicker or thinner than usual, it may be worth additional examination. Sometimes such differences reveal mint errors which can multiply value several times. And now we reach a crucial question. Where can you safely sell your coin once it is authenticated and graded? The most trusted platforms include Heritage Auctions, Stacks, Bowers, eBay, Certified Coin Marketplace, and great collections. But always remember to sell graded coins, not raw ungraded ones, because buyers pay a premium for official certification. Another valuable approach is to attend numismatic conventions like the Florida United Numismatists Show or the American Numismatic Association World's Fair of Money. These events gather experts, dealers, and collectors, allowing you to get face-to-face offers for your rare treasures and connect directly with people passionate about coin selling. A high-value coin is more than a transaction. It is a moment in time that ties your discovery to history. And once a coin of such rarity changes hands, its story becomes legend forever. And that is exactly what keeps collectors watching videos like this. They are not just chasing fortune. They are chasing connection to the past. Now take a moment and imagine your coin displayed in a glass case at an auction hall. The bright lights reflecting off its flawless surface. The audience whispering with excitement. The auctioneer raises his hand and calls out the final bid. $9 million sold to a proud collector who knows that this coin represents the perfect blend of rarity craftsmanship and history. That moment defines everything. Numismatics stands for, and it all began with someone just like you. Someone who decided to look a little closer at a coin they once thought was ordinary. Before we close this story, let us reflect on what this means for collectors everywhere. Every coin you touch carries a story. Every mint mark holds a clue. Every small imperfection could reveal a hidden treasure. The 1994 Jefferson nickel reminds us that numismatics is not just about money. It is about discovery, patience, and passion. The thrill of holding history in your hands, the excitement of learning, the joy of sharing knowledge with others. And that is why our community keeps growing. Because every day someone finds something new, and as you finish watching this, remember your role in this journey. Check your change, examine your old jars. Explore your coin rolls, because somewhere out there, another 1994 nickel might be waiting to be found. Maybe yours will be the next headline. Maybe you will be the next story we tell, right here on World Rare Coins. Oh, before you go, hit that like button to keep this incredible story reaching more coin lovers across the United States. Drop a comment below and share if you have any coins from 1994 or other rare nickels you want us to talk about. And most importantly, subscribe to World Rare Coin, because this channel is where every hidden treasure finds its story, and where collectors unite to celebrate the magic of American currency. Make sure to turn on the notification bell, because our next episode will uncover another unbelievable discovery that might just be sitting in your own pocket right now. So keep searching, keep collecting, and keep believing, because the next $1 million coin could be in your hands. This is World Rare Coin signing off until next time, where every coin tells a story, and every story could change your life forever.